believe this is gonna be the last battle. I'm so pumped. The last battle. I just need to queue up.
And death on afterfall to those who fight for naught.
Hello, Elusive. Final Fantasy XIV. Yes, I did. Thanks. So pumped up for this. It happens sometimes.
Why must you turn to empty bliss? Tell me why break trust? Why turn the past to dust? Seeking solace in the abyss.
I'm gonna go back to Solomon Cell Wall.
Tell me
oh, somebody's joining.
a circle none can break. Why must you let go the life you were restored? This I fear I'll never know.
I'm 23 right now. Much as like the music. Yeah, I'm 23. Quite a bit older than you. Yep. I don't know what that is, to be honest. Ah, here we go. The final fight of the post-game for the second out of 3 games of Final Fantasy XIV. I'm pumped. Oh. Come on, just waiting on 1 DPS. Come on. Come on. I started the stream just for this last battle, and it's taking forever. Oh, I can show you things. Hold on. Actually, let me go to Ulda. Maybe I can shout. Where's Ulda? Ulda. There we go. So hopefully people will join. Oh, that's if you wanted to donate. Usually you have to have like some kind of payments, some kind of money thing set up on your Google account. Nobody wants to join. Okay. That's fine. I don't know. I honestly don't expect anybody to actually donate. Hello. Oh yeah, I can show you stuff. There's like nobody on. Members, duty completion, beginners welcome. There we go. So hopefully people will join now. Well, people are able to see your chatting aside, so I suppose that's a good enough shout out. And I have mentioned your name a few times. Right, I want to show you a few things since I'm just kind of trying to burn time at this point. Teleport to Falcon's Nest. Oh, is it stopping you from saying a bunch of comments? Little puff of darkness. I have this mount. I actually designed it that way because some people spam. Let's see, what else do I have? Have a dragon. A thunder pony. Oh, this one doesn't fly. It would if that were allowed, to be honest. I actually love the show. I love the show. Talking about My Little Pony. That's the wrong one. Talking about My Little Pony. I have a griffin that I named Gilda. Yep, I named her Gilda. She comes around. There's also, let's see. I have this guy. He's trying to eat the thing that I'm dangling in front of him. My chocobos, there's this thing. I love how each mount has a theme. Some of them have the same theme though. It's like nobody wants to actually help me. Duty finder. Let's see, what other ones do I have? I have a thunder pony, I have a fire pony. Or, no, that's an earth pony. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, I have a unicorn. That reminds me. I don't think I have a Pegasus, though. I don't know if they're in this game, to be honest. I know there's a dragon pony in this game, but I don't have it yet. I don't usually have a set time I go live. There's Wind Pony. Oh yeah, I love the theme to this one. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if it did, and if it flied, but it doesn't. And Fire Pony. Yeah, I am too. Let's see, what other ones do I have? I have the chairs. Sidra from, I actually have never claimed money from YouTube. Yeah, I've only ever made like $7 so far. Can't claim it yet until I make 100. Well, it's because nothing's happening right now. have that game. Nice.
High I stand, gazing down to see the endless garden awaiting me.
I've been to Ohio before.
Red with a rose of conviction.
I actually don't know it yet. Me too. Okay. I'm just kind of messing around until I queue up. I have just kind of look at some of my announcements. I have done a face reveal.
High I stand, gazing down to see Endless garden awaiting.
Usually you have to accept something. And you have to like agree to some kind of terms and conditions and stuff like that before you can start live streaming. Oh, you wanted me to sing that song? I don't know that song. All right. Okay. What you talk about?
This war blood trickling down from my trickling down from mine eyes. Blood trickling down to Highland until I stand.
Oh. I've been there.
The storm still rageth on. The boat blindly march on. Their lives lost in a song.
Oh.
I stand gazing down to see the endless garden conviction and red with the rose of hate. It's red with the rose of conquest. From Reborn to chased, and the war it wageth on. The storm it rageth on.
You need to basically have her talk to somebody. They're like suicide hotlines you can call. All you have to do is look them up. You could call them, letting you know their friend is thinking about it. Give them your friend's phone number so they can call her, kind of support her.
Petals blood and strewn.
Alright. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. The final battle. Get pumped. talking too loud. For what? How long has it been for what? I've been live for 38 minutes. Ouch. yet. I want a commendation. I'm honestly probably gonna end it as soon as like the final cutscene displays. Just this is the end of the post-game content for Realm Reborn. Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn.
Astinian!
Is this to be mine end?
Bye.
Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg. Thou shalt die by my hand.
This is not your hand, worm!
Oh.
Thou wilt obey.
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me, now, while I have the beast subdued! You waste your time! Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty! No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Children of the land, truths that once rang clear, two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing light and heaven's
Realness in
memories dimmed by shadowed hearts. In the waxing gloom did wane the lover's moon, watching as their worlds drift apart. One soul's cry, a passion welling within. Sacrifice, a final plea to her king.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
Yet this bond of hope, my treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Allow me to do this much, at least. You have my gratitude, Hraesvelga. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Ustra udin instra reo. An hesnesh. One in nest ik an. Keifta.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Hraesvelga did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
Though the haze of pain I swear I sensed, but no, the past is done, and we must look to the future. At long last, Nidhogg is gone, his foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray that Estinian survives the ordeal. Your battle with Nidhogg's shade will beget many an epic ballad for Dinand, and rightly so. It was, without a doubt, one of your most epochal victories, but I must admit I took a greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. And not only for your own sake, had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Estinian's mail. Even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to Lucia and beg news of his condition. Ferdinand, Master Alphino, my honored friends, and if winning at Hraesvelga to our cause was not enough, you took it upon yourselves to rid us of his blood brother. I not know how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy, The true saviors of the day were Ferdinand and Estinian. One triumphed over Nidhogg's shade through the strength of arms, and the other through the strength of will. Speaking of Estinian, what news of his recovery? The Azure Dragoon was conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides under the care of our Hospitalier's captain. I'm told he's yet to regain consciousness. But as you know, Estinian's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient and allow the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you would do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But surely, Sir Aymeric is never long from Estinian's bedside, and will send word the moment there is any developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmund and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come, Ferdinand, seeing that we are awaited in Fortemps Manor.
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you. And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Our master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, Warrior of Light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
Ferdinand, my friend, what can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alphinaud? Ah, he came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged me to sit at Estinian's side, I could not well refuse him. Though he should sooner faint than admit it, the boy must be exhausted by Resfelger's trial and all that followed. Estinian is blessed to have such devoted comrades. Ooh, what do I get here? No way. My own friendship with Estinian began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. I learned his name soon enough, but Estinian barely registered my existence. He was less a fellow recruit, and more a shadow which occasionally darkened his path. So I might have remained, had fate not seen fit to intervene. While on patrol, our company set upon by a dragon. We were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind. Revenge for the death of his parents. Revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that in Alphinaud sees something of his lost sibling, and in ungentle chidings of Estinian, Alphinaud has found the elder brother he's never had. Truth be told, Estinian's tactless observation has saved me from disaster more than once. I can well understand Alphinaud's affection for him. He's a friend for which I've gladly... Lord Commander, your presence is required in an infirmary. Is he? Tell him I'm on my way. Oh, long cutscenes. I'm gonna use the restroom first. Back.
Estinian!
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinian. If Master Alphinaud thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. or dead?
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. Yet again, you have achieved the impossible.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family, when no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind. Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me. Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. 'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords. Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honoured guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace. The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an azure dragoon for a new age. Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
I was gazing out at the sea of clouds, an all too rare moment of idleness, when I chance upon behold a certain hero wending away towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Ferdinand. Nay, 'twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from the pressures of office. No sooner did I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I am burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy it echoes some small measure of the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with your more improbable challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters. I am then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? What strange jest is this places me at its pinnacle? An archbishop's bastard at the head of the House of Lords? But these questions are for me to answer. It's not in a man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience, and it's through this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild a bridge between man and dragon, though we must reimagine Ishgard, one carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember it's not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise and proudly from the fundaments of our legacy. I hear word from Captain Wetcape. The Estinian has vanished from his sick room. His willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon the unmannerly friend in your travels, pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. Thank you, Ferdinand. Please convey my warmest regards to Master Alphino.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the Horn. I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
He didn't want it either. Or did he?
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey. Long and arduous, aye. Not unlike the journey that Ishgard has at last embarked upon, thanks to the efforts of you and yours. By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning, for it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern, Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you. May I ask a personal question? Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
News from House Fulton?
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden. Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
For every ending marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did she. Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
Yes.
Is that...
Alize, Alphinaud's twin sister. She ran afoul of the Warriors of Darkness. I had been tracking them since the ceremony at Falcon's Nest. Little did I know I was not the only one. Evidently, she had learned of their activities and attempted to shadow them on her own. Poorly. I rescued her in the Twelveswood, and together we fled north. But though I made every effort to cover our tracks, they caught up with us on the Ishgardian border. And in the ensuing struggle, Alize took an arrow to the shoulder. 'Twas only after we had made good our escape that I realized it was poisoned.
Thank you for coming so quickly. And you, Sir Emmerich.
Think nothing of it. How is she?
We have done all we can for now. Although the immediate danger has passed, the poison yet lingers in her blood. We came to Eorzea together, hoping to bring salvation to the realm our grandfather gave his life to protect. But when confronted with the bitter realities of its politics and its petty powermongers, she was driven to anger and to doubt. She refused to become embroiled in what she termed Eorzea's squabbles and distance herself from the Scions. Though she remained hopeful of a brighter future, she would walk her own path. For all our differences, she's as dedicated as any Scion to the salvation of Eorzea. But more than that, she is my sister. To be reunited with her, only to lose her forever. Gods, even to speak the words.
Take heart, Master Alphino. She will be attended by our most skilled Chirurgeons. Bear Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary at once. Apprise Captain Whitecape of the situation, and inform him that she is to be treated as my personal charge.
Wait, don't go. Please, come closer. The warriors of darkness are in league with the Ascians. Slaughtering the primals is but the first step in their plan. They make for Zelvatol to bring about Garuda's summoning and to kill her. You must stop them.
I shall inform the others at once.
Master Thancred, I would ask that you accompany Mistress Leveilleur to the infirmary. Your knowledge of her injuries may well prove useful in determining her treatment.
Of course.
Jeez, these cutscenes are long. So the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they might put her to the sword. Then when we first encountered them in Loftasknath, when they were confronting Ravana, gods, has this been their aims all along? What do you tend to do, Master Alphino? There's much to do, and there's much and more I do not understand. But I know this. A primal summoning cannot be ignored. She risked her life to uncover this plot. We squander her gift at her peril. Ferdinand, will you accompany me to Zephytol and help me stop the Ixal's ritual? Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Ixola homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We have been willing to suffer the Beastmen's intrusions into Corothan lands to a point, but summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have a fastest airship, Master Afano. The mountains of the XIV are not easy traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. Gestures most appreciated, Sir Aymeric, but I fear an aetherial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland, after all, and Ixola dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No, experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it will be wiser to cross into the XIV by the way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I will send instructions for a contingent of Camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure your safe passage through the mountains and escort you through tents to XIV. Though my men are unqualified to confront a primal, they are more than capable of contending with the exile. We should be glad for the assistance, Lord Edmund. In the event Mistress regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Alright. I imagine this is the last dungeon. Let me get some of my tea first. I'll queue up first. Well, that's gonna be it. I haven't been queuing up for anything very quickly, so that's the end of it. Thanks for watching. Those who... Oh, never mind. Let's get going. Let's do it.
Thank the gods! What happened? So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you. If you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumul. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Ascians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Ascians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
If there is aught you would say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here. Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alize. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, The news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the Beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power. Death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the warriors of darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alizé and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alizé, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Ah, Tataru. Well, I'm gonna call it now. I'm tired, I'm ready to go to sleep, so thanks for those of you who watched or are watching, and have a great day.